everyone, my name is Aurelia and I'm a tutor at GoStudent. I mainly teach English and French, but also law and business. Today, I will show you what a typical day in my life as a tutor can look like.
Firstly, just a little bit about me. So I'm French and I grew up in Paris, but I moved about a year ago in London and I'm currently working for a law firm. I moved to London to become a solicitor, and while I'm waiting to start my legal practice course, I'm tutoring on the side for GoStudent. And I simply love tutoring. It has always been a passion for me. I love sharing my knowledge and I also love to meet new people that I can help.
Now, about my day itself. After I wake up, I grab a quick shower, get ready, and head straight to the office. I occasionally grab breakfast at home during the week, but definitely treat myself with a homemade breakfast on weekends. I love making acai bowls, especially mermaid bowls. I live in the district of Marylebone, which is quite touristy and known to be Sherlock Holmes area. I like this area quite a lot as it's so central from everything and quite convenient when I need to commute to work. Indeed, I work in the city, which is in the east part of London. Hence, I have to travel from the west to the east every morning. But I feel quite lucky as I have the choice between 3 different underground lines, so I can avoid any delay or minor traffic issue. And here is my starting point, Baker Street Station. From here, I usually prefer to take the Metropolitan line as it is the least crowded line in the morning, which is quite pleasant since I can easily find a seat. I quite like taking the London Underground compared to the Parisian Metro. I would say definitely the British have a better system in the way that there are way less strikes, it's cleaner, and yeah, people tend to be more respectful than in Paris. Oh wait, that's my train. Let me find a seat. Alright, here we go. Once I'm in the train, I would most of the time, like everyone else, be on my phone to scroll over my schedule for the day. I like to check if I have any GoStudent classes planned for my lunch break or after work. If not, then I always enjoy reading my book of the moment, and why not indulging myself with extra minutes of sleep or meditation. Oh wait, that's my stop. Let me get down and off to work. Now, I did say that occasionally I make myself breakfast at home during the weekends, but that doesn't mean that I skip the most important meal of the day. Since I'm often in a rush, I found a few favorite spots around the station where I can grab either a hot chocolate and my ultimate fave, un pain au chocolat, or something more savory. Even if the city is full of amazing spots to grab breakfast, I often tend to pick where obviously there is not much queue, which can be quite tricky sometimes in this business area. Among my favorite and non-crowded places, there's Costa Coffee. The prices are quite good and the staff is so lovely, which always puts me in a good mood to start my day. Otherwise, I like to get my savory breakfast at Greg's, a very British bakery. I got familiar with this franchise during my LLM as I wanted to try more vegan options and start my internship for the maritime branch of the United Nations. They have so many options, and eventually their biggest seller, the sausage roll. I'm not a huge fan, but the vegan roll, that's another story. I also like the pasties, especially the cheese and onion bake. With no time to waste, got my hot chocolate, my vegan roll, to the office I go. When it comes to my job, I currently work in a US law firm for the corporate department. I love my job even if it's very demanding and stressful at times, but my colleagues and the private atmosphere of the city definitely makes up for it. And now, just a few more steps. And here I am, finally at the office. For security reasons, I cannot really show you in, but I'll meet you at the end of my working hours. It's 6:30 and I'm back home, and it's now time to prepare for my upcoming lessons. Of course, when it comes to preparation, tailoring a lesson to your student needs is important, but I believe there are other important components such as organization and of course creativity. Most of the time, half of the job is done during the class. I find a topic to work on with the student at the end of each class. It does save time and also gives me the opportunity to ask my student directly if there is anything they want to see next time. For the materials, internet is often my best friend. There is such an unlimited source of content that can be used. Sometimes, if my student struggles during the lesson, I quickly look into either detailed explanations or even better, pictures and schemes. I find them often to convey ideas better. So there is some kind of spontaneous side during the lesson. All it requires is not to panic but work with your student together to find the way they can understand the best. Over time, I built a small amount of materials I use with new students. Although, since I have very different profile of students, one thing can work with one student and not another. That is where the creative and communication part steps in. It's about finding as well what speaks to them, what they like or not, but also, and something that's super important, what you find fun. Because you're also an important part and should not get bored. I mean, how will you convey knowledge or share something if yourself you don't believe in it? And eventually, if I struggle to find slides or don't have content and exercises, then I can always count on the GoStudent community of tutors to share materials I can use. Now, when it comes to conducting the class itself, I usually like giving classes at home to be in a fully quiet environment and also to be more comfortable. A stable Wi-Fi connection guarantees no panic over glitches. I mean, the last thing we want is actually to have to worry for IT issue. My days are quite busy and I like to focus entirely on them, hence why I don't really do classes during the day, but from time to time I do use my lunch break to go classes. I think that's one of the main things I love about working for GoStudent, the flexibility. GoStudent platform is so easy to use for both tutors and students. I can give classes from everywhere and also at any time, which is really great for me. I mean, I love traveling, so that's the best compromise. Indeed, traveling is one of my main hobbies. I have been in several countries and been making friends around the world for years now. But whenever I'm not hitting the road to explore, I just love exploring my new hometown, London. Hence, another great perks of GoStudent being the money. I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Getting that extra money is always a motivation, as I know I can treat myself with dreamy trips or spoil my loved ones. Which leads me to another one of my hobbies, eating. I am a real foodie. I love to try new spot dishes and also bake to relax. So thanks to GoStudent, I can keep up with my taste for adventure without feeling too guilty of spending money. But back to a more serious topic. When I give a class, what matters to me is to create a safe space and connect with the student. It's about human contact. Because at the end of the day, I decide to dedicate my time to this. I could be doing something else, but GoStudent got that. They understood why I came to them, and I feel less like I'm one tutor among so many. They truly work hard on matching students with tutors. I don't know how they do it. Sometimes it kind of feels like a fairy godmother with their magic wand. They just get the student needs and they contact the tutor that can make a difference for them. I'm not going to lie, getting the extra money at the end of the month is amazing, but when you really make a difference in someone's life, that is the reward I'm looking for. There's just something special about the look that your student gives when they get it, when they click inside their mind, and you can witness that. And when you see that, you feel like, okay, I did maybe have a crappy day at work or in my personal life, but I contributed somehow to something positive, and that's just the cherry on the top.
Okay guys, that was my last class of the day. So before I head to the pub to catch up with some friends, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give some thumbs up, to subscribe to the channel, and of course to hit the bell icon. Stay connected for more GoStudent videos. Until then, à bientôt!